So we've got the ATS J.E made, as very graciously lent to me by Paddy from Paddy Potato Peelers, who lent it to Eric, and then Eric sent it to me. Paddy, thank you so much, man. I know this is £70 on the table right here that he's trusted some random guy that barely knows on the internet. I know that's a lot. That's a lot of trust to put in someone, and thank you so much, my dude. I will make sure this gets back to you in great condition. As such, don't expect a disassembly of any loaner knives. I won't be doing it. It voids warranties. It strips thread locker. I'm just not going there. So, although that said, despite me suggesting don't worry about it, Paddy has insisted, no, go on, EDC these, do a proper review of them. So this and the zip slip are going to get full reviews. Just they won't just be disassembled, because I refuse to, even if they say don't worry, do it. I'm not voiding anyone else's warranty. I'm happy to do mine, no one else's. So thank you very much, Paddy. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity, because I wouldn't normally have bought this because I've already got the J.E made version. I'll try and leave the comparisons to the end, because I don't want it to taint my first impressions too much. I haven't even opened this knife yet. I've just put it on the table, taken it out of the bag, plopped it on there. So I'm very much looking forward to getting on with the first impressions. Let's have a look. So this is G10 with no liners whatsoever, just straight up G10 the whole way around. I can see that's, put a little light on here. That's that's phosphor bronze washers right there, and you have your stainless steel back spring with a little divots either side. G10 is got a very rough, very grippy though texture to it. It's almost like a file, G10 file. See a little ATS there, and maybe the light's not such a good idea. It's glinting. Yeah, and you've got your other little logo there. So, that's a strong pull, I tell you that. Ooh. So you got that one. ATS. Oh, and a D2 just at the bottom there, and that's it on the stonewash blade there. So G10 and D2. That's absolutely fine for £70. That's really, you're perfectly expecting that in that kind of price range. The grip is lovely. There's nothing wrong with that. Fits real nice into the hand, it's designed by J.E made, so the design philosophy is going to be great. That is a really strong back spring. That is, if you're into strong back springs, this might be one to look at. That is ultra strong. What about the half stop? Oh, hello. She's a little bitey. So I guess you need the strong spring on that one. Oh yes, it's got that lovely, they've retained from the higher end ones. You've absolutely got that ultra strong, like, thud straight into the handle there. Like, nope, leave it for now and focus on this one. So it feels quite light. It's weird. Like, I'm not sure how I feel about this G10. It feels a bit like I haven't put much thought into it. Maybe if they just had a different texture here, just on the the bolster, just have that smooth and have the rest of this textured. It just feel like, I don't know, like a little more thought went into it. But this, I don't know, like the Kaiser zip slip, the G10 on that, I much prefer that to this G10. It's, that's got like a nice pattern on it, it's sanded down, all that lot. This one, I don't know, it feels very, very functional. There's no trim to it, nothing, no bells and whistles. It just does what it does, and it does it well. Yeah, nice to see your lanyard hole. Hardware's all standard. I'm going to assume that's a T8 and two T6s. Obviously, there's no bits here because there's no inlays. Yeah, that is a mighty strong spring. Yeah, that's the same. You've still got your stop pin there. So, phosphor bronze stop pin. Yeah, this doesn't need assembly anyway. You can see everything. So, if you're wondering, there's that. I'm going to assume these aren't numbered as well. These are ATS, not J.E. Let me see. From yesterday's tack raise. Oh. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you could easily get some work done with that. That feels fine. Just cutting with that. That's absolutely lovely. So it's inescapable. Let's just throw this up. So this is $69.95, I think. I'll throw it up on screen quick if I'm wrong. Or if whatever, I'll just throw it up. But I'm pretty sure this is $69.95, and I'm pretty sure they're nearly always sold out because they're actually very popular, because it is a good knife for the money. This one then, £230 this cost me. That's, you can buy 3 of these for 210, in case you can't math. And have £20 change. That's ridiculous. So, do these compare well? If you're looking for a direct comparison, I'd actually highly suggest hopping on over to Slick Slicer's channel, because his J.E. made has the same handle as mine anyway, but his actually has the clip point blade style. So if you're looking for a direct one-to-one, apples to apples, or as close to that as you can get with these two, go and watch his video. That's the best one to look at the comparison with. With mine, we'll have to make do with a spear point, but close enough, you know. But yeah, so you're obviously paying, this is different markets. So this is the guy that likes the design, likes maybe the action, and then just wants the knife. Isn't interested in the frills, isn't interested in paying ridiculous amounts when you can, like I said, you can buy 3 of these and have change without that. But if you're a hopeless consumer like I am, and you really are sold on carbon fibre and titanium that's, you know, beautifully finished, if you really are all about that, then I guess, you know, why not spend another, what is it, like, oh my god, how am I struggling with that? £160. What's wrong with me? You want to spend another £160 on the J.E. made there? I guess that one's for you. To me, like I said, this is the person that's looking for. This is more likely to be a Safe Queen owner. I don't own any Safe Queens personally, except maybe some American knives because I can't use them. But I certainly don't hard use them either. I'm not bushcrafting with them. I'm just opening packages. So maybe if I had a job where I was brutalizing knives, I would maybe likely to be a bit more Safe Queenie with this. Wouldn't be bothered with this. If I actually really abuse knives, I would probably buy both. And this would be my opening packages, lovely, and then this would be my, yeah, let's get to it, let's do the whatever with it. So I guess it's just different use case scenarios. This is a bit apples to oranges, if you ask me. The price difference is too much, and while they're the same designer, they're not even the same maker. This is J.E.'s in-house, this is ATS. So this is really just the workhorse version of this, I guess, and this is the artisan version. That said, with that out of the way, so if you're not wondering about that, this has other competitors. So it has the best man, which is out on walkies at the moment, so I don't have him. The Benchmade proper, which is still a fair bit more expensive. That's another £60 on top. But you are getting Makata, and you are getting what we got here, S30V. So it depends how much do you like those materials. I can't believe the price of the new one, the new proper. Like, whoa, Jesus. But yeah, And then if you're not sold on that one, a new contender appears. This is a problem in the knife world, as far as I'm concerned. That's some good high-end materials on that knife. That's £20 more than the ATS. And you get an S35VN, and you're getting full titanium. And the finish on this one is actually really good. This knife is sort of shaking things up a bit. I know it's a bit niche because it's just from one shop, one guy, one like company makes it, and one company distributes it. But I've only found two issues with this knife out of everything. It doesn't have a stop pin, and that's only an issue if it develops blade wrap. That's a parole issue. That issue is on parole. The only thing that I definitely don't like about it is the nail nick. If this knife had this in the same location and a stop pin, I'd probably say this is a perfect knife. They're also both pretty damn similar. So, I mean, just first impressions, I'd probably recommend the Slipstream. Paddy even himself has said he wishes this had come out before this one, because he may have been more inclined to go for the Slipstream. However, that comes with the quid pro quo of I haven't properly used either of these, so that's just first impressions. I certainly haven't got over a honeymoon period with this. I certainly haven't used it enough to see if there's blade wrap or anything like that. Haven't seen if there's any issues with holding it properly. So, and that's another thing. I don't know if this is just because this was designed by an actual designer or something like that. I mean, that's not to say whoever designed this is beautiful. This is a lovely design. The lines are fantastic. I'm not taking a dig at you. This is lovely. What it doesn't have is that beautiful thud. Like, even this has a little bit of one. This, the best man, feels great when you're closing it. This one, however, that sounds like a Victorinox to me. You know what I mean? There's nothing that doesn't send a little chill down my spine. That doesn't make me feel happy. It's just like, put the knife away. Whereas this one, you're definitely, that's a commanding noise. Like that's a whoosh, that's a real strong old thud in there. I know that's a really stupid little niche thing, and no one's going to care except me, but it's something I've noticed. So, I quite like this first impressions, just on the premise. It's not that expensive. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I class anything over £50 as you starting to get into the realm of, I want this to be a bit more premium now. I want this to have a selling feature. And I guess this selling feature would be it's designed by J.E. Like, this is a well-designed knife. But, then you're getting into £100 plus is like, okay, this needs to be top materials. And then past that is like, okay, this needs to be finished well, or finished by hand, or something like that. This is just an anomaly. I don't know how they're doing these materials for this much money. I held off on this for a while as well because it looks a bit plain Janey. It's actually quite nice in the hand. Something about slabby knives, like just the stone slab effect, where it's all the same colour-ish, doesn't look good in store pictures, but when you've actually got them, it looks a lot better. You know, if you needed any more evidence, by the way, that I'm a hopeless consumer, just that was extra. That brought the total of this knife up to 100. 110 really. Also, quick pro tip, if you're buying off Heine Haynes, I said this was 85 in my review of this. Quick correction, it's actually 90. The reason I got it at 85 is if you put something in your basket and then piss off for a day, Heine will usually send you an email offering you 5% off, and then you just get a discount code. You can use that discount code on anything. So if you fill your basket up with completely different items, that discount code still works. It's still good. So, you know, save yourself 5%. But there you go. That's my initial impressions of this knife. Is I like it. I do like it. I wish the scales had a different texture on the bolster, maybe, or maybe just double crosses. I don't know. I feel like the scales needed just a touch more TLC. They're just a little boring for my liking. They do function very well, though. They do grip very, very well. And the grip is lovely on this. So that remains to be seen. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much, Paddy, for sending this to me as a loaner. And I look forward to actually carrying this at work and doing a full review. This will be a lot shorter than the other reviews, by the way. I'm not keeping Paddy's knives away from him for too long. He said there's no rush. Not going to do it to him, though. So this, maybe a week at most, I'll carry these. But probably less than that. I'll just try and get a general feel for these, and then I'll send them straight back to him, because I am still a rando on the internet. So thank you very much.